Hi, Demetra.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me today.
Of course, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, congratulations on your move. I know you've moved recently. What are some of the things that you're going to do first to make your new house a home?
Fill up my kitchen. That is the first thing I'm going to do because that is the heart of the home. And if my kitchen's not functioning and things aren't simmering and sautéing and boiling, I just don't feel like home. So that is the first thing we'll work on when we go back home, just to get the kitchen set up. I can sleep on the floor. That's fine with me as long as my kitchen's functioning.
That's right. Put a nice sleeping bag on the floor,
I'm good with
and you can
that.
still cook a good meal. That's so fun. Now, you grew up in Italy. You moved to the U.S. when you were 12. So can you tell me, was Valentine's Day celebrated differently in Italy than here in America?
Well, really, Valentine's Day in Italy was, to be honest, it wasn't that much different than a regular weeknight dinner because for us, every dinner was a celebration. It was a celebration of the day. It was a time to really surround yourself with your family and connect. And so every night at dinner time is just a very special night. But on Valentine's Day, the thing that really distinguished it from a regular Tuesday evening was that my mother always opened champagne for, of course, the adults, and we just watched back thinking, I don't know what's going on. But that was the thing that made Valentine's Day dinner special. And she would always make a dessert on Valentine's Day. That's how you distinguished a special occasion from a regular evening, was if something was baking, because we didn't have desserts on an every night basis. So when we did, it was kind of a special
Hmm.
thing. And that's how we knew it was a special occasion, when there was dessert and some champagne.
Now, I think that's really interesting. Having dessert for those special occasions really makes dessert seem elevated. It's not an everyday thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
That's how we
mhm.
grew up. We grew up that if you had dessert, it was either Sunday, because every Sunday my grandmother or my mother would bake something really exceptional, or it was a holiday or a special occasion. We didn't eat packaged sweets or anything like that on an everyday basis. So when there was something really baking, you knew you were in for a treat.
Oh. Now, what's the one dish that you make for your husband that he absolutely can't do without?
I like to think that everything I make he can't live without, but recently, I had the opportunity to partner up with Conagra Foods to create a couple of recipes that would be perfect for Valentine's Day. And one of the recipes I
Hmm.
created, my husband loves anything chicken. If he could have chicken
Mm.
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, he would. So I made a lemon and butter roasted chicken that I like to serve with Alexia Food roast potatoes that are made with just all natural ingredients, and they're fabulous as a side dish to pretty much any entree. If he could eat this dish all day, every day, he would. He's particularly fond of dipping the potatoes in the sauce that the chicken cooks in. It's really
Oh, yum.
fantastic. It's so good. And the best thing about it is that the chicken and the sauce and all the sauteing is all in one pan. So there's minimal cleanup, making this dish perfect for any occasion. I mean, of course, a weeknight or a celebration. And for me, what I also created with Conagra Foods was, I really didn't create this. I'm totally cheating by saying this, and if my mother's listening, she's
Mhm.
probably gonna tell me off. But because it's really her recipe. It's pasta with pancetta and cherry peppers, like marinated cherry peppers. They're really pickled.
Oh,
And I
yum.
created, oh, it's so good. And I created mine with Hunt's tomato sauce. Now, Hunt's tomatoes, I'm sure you guys know, are grown in sunny California, and they are canned within
Mm.
hours of being picked. So there's just such amazing, intense, beautiful sweetness in a can that just really makes any sauce delicious. And which also means that by using a good quality tomato sauce, you don't have to add a ton of different ingredients to make it taste good, which it's music to my ears
Mm.
because I don't want to fuss about with a million different things. I want to make it easy on myself. So for my husband, his go-to would probably be the chicken with potatoes, and I'm going to lean towards pasta because Italian born and raised, if I could eat pasta all day, every day, I would, and I often do. So,
Well, I would too, actually. I love pasta. Um, so on Valentine's Day, well, really any day, but especially Valentine's Day, you want a romantic meal, but you don't want to feel weighed down. what kind of ways could you lighten up a recipe just that would help keep you light on your, let's say, feet for Valentine's Day?
Well, I think making a recipe that you're comfortable with is key to anything. So if you're making a recipe you're really comfortable with, you know, like the back of your hand, say this chicken recipe, for example, you can go a million and one ways. You can change up the flavor profile, you can change out the rosemary but with some cilantro, take out the lemon for some lime, and now you suddenly have a Tex-Mex spin on this really simple and delicious recipe. And it's also quite light. There's no heavy cream, there's not a lot going on, so it's not going to make you feel weighed down, and by the time you're done you just want to take a nap and forget that Valentine's Day even happened. The key for me to any recipe I create is making sure that I'm comfortable with the basic recipe, and then just really play things up how you like. And that's the beauty of Valentine's Day in, or any date night in, or a special occasion, is that you can tailor the menu and the ambiance to what you like. I am just not a fan of red wine. I prefer white, so having a special date night in allows me to spend the extra bucks on a special bottle of wine so that I can, you know, I can have my glass of white, Joe can have his glass of red, and we don't have to feel like we're compromising. Going to a restaurant, as you know, is really expensive. So by having that date night in, you can control so many different things, from the food to the ambiance to the music that you play to what you wear, which for me, sweatpants and slippers all the way. And you know, I'm honest about that because that's just what date night means to me. It means being comfortable with the one you love, really being yourself, and just having a great night overall.
Ooh. Now, where can we find some more inspiration for date night, whether it's Valentine's Day or just any day that we can snag a free evening to go out or to stay home?
We on laurainthekitchen.com, I have hundreds and hundreds of really great, easy recipes that would really be great for pretty much any occasion. You can also check out forkful.com for a lot more inspiration and a lot more recipes. And if anyone recreates the recipes, we'd love to see a picture on social media. Use the hashtag VDateIn so that we can see what you've been up to and what you had for your special occasion.
Oh, okay, that's great. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate you chatting with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.